the fact that they were Argentinian didn't really explain their behavior. It just gave a weird context to their behavior. It just made it weird, and you'll understand. And I was the only queer person there. I wasn't out as trans, but I mean, I look at me. Look at me and listen to me talk and think about me being in North Carolina. I was one of the queer ones. And there was one other queer person, one really nice lady, and then a whole bunch of dudes. It was just Dude Town, USA up in there. Like we had a bar attached to us, and we served chicken wings, and we were a pizzeria. And we were in a college town, so there was like dude bros, as in dude bro. God, I forget where I am. Anyway, so just one day what's that? On Hillsborough Street. Yeah, New York Pizza. That is where I worked. Crazy. Now I'm totally out of place. Dude Bros? Okay, I was at Dude Bros. Okay. Well, so I was going to work and one day, and I was going to take my friend Nicholas. I was going to take my friend Nicholas out to lunch, and he was the other queer person there. And so, we were standing around, and we were kind of trying to figure out where we wanted to go, and it was like, where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you want to go? No, I just ate there yesterday. That is also funny, and no one laughs at that, and whatever. Okay, perfect. But so, we're standing there talking, and all of a sudden, my boss, Eddie, from behind the counter, just goes, "Fucking faggots." What? And, I didn't know how to handle it. And Nicholas didn't know how to handle it. And apparently Eddie didn't know how to handle it, because whatever he was thinking, it was not, I should call the fucking faggots. He was thinking something else, but that's what happened. And so he needed to fix that situation, because, it was problematic for him to, have openly called his employees faggots in front of customers. That can hurt your business in a small college town. And so the gears in his head were turning, and he finally found the solution. He finally figured out what he was going to do about it, and just kind of kept on wiping off the counter like nothing had really happened, and just kind of started shaking his head, and he was like, I love you fucking faggots. And that's the story of the pizzeria in North Carolina. And that also kind of goes into the next thing that I want to talk about, which is that... and it's also a big reason of why we're here, and it's the whole dude bro thing, and how trans women can sometimes be assumed to be part of that just for being male-bodied, and how that's like fucked up. And that's kind of the premise of what we're here for, because you have women's only spaces that don't allow trans people in, and it's based around the idea that trans women will bring a masculine energy to a women's only space, and they'll bring a machismo, and they'll bring like and I mean, those spaces should be free of those things, but really, why would you think that trans women would bring that? Because I mean, I am probably the most macho trans woman on earth, and if you think I'm a boy, I am the nelliest thing on two legs today. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, and so hold on, let me take this off, because I'm actually not going to use it at all. I did that on purpose. So I kind of created an example, a scenario of what I think it would be like if trans women were really men, to kind of like, basically lampoon that concept, because it's really silly to me. So here we go. What's up, y'all? My name is Amanda, and I'm a chick. I'm really strongly chick identified, but I'm really a dude. So I guess that makes me a transgender. And I always wanted to be a chick ever since I was really little. And I was like, yo, Mom, I'm going to be a chick when I grow up. And she was like, no, honey, you're going to be a dude. And I was like, I'll show you, Mom. And she was like, oh, yeah, well, you're going to be late for football practice. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so I forgot about being a chick for like 13 years. And then like one day I was at my frat with my bros, and like it kind of just dawned on me after I'd done a couple keg stands. I was like, whoa, dude, I forgot about how much I want to be a chick. And so like all the dudes were over there playing beer pong, and so I went up to them and like I gathered all my strength and courage inside, and I said to them, dudes, I'm a chick, let's party. And like, you know, at first Ryan really, he wasn't very cool with it. He was like, dude, that's fucked up. And then, you know, Mickey over there was like, dude, leave her alone, maybe she'll take her top off. And that was really validating for me as a woman. You know, I mean, it hurts my feelings when people say I'm not a chick, because like, I'm totally a chick. I'll fucking fight you, dude. And that's what I think it would be like if trans women were really just men. And I don't think that's really the case, so we should probably go ahead and get the fuck over it. And so now that I'm talking about trans women, I thought that I would kind of explain a little bit of how transition works, because I also think some of the confusion may be maybe like centered around like confusion as how transition works, and like maybe if I figured like, you know, I could explain the process. Maybe I just kind of explain a little bit of my process, and like people can kind of take from that and maybe learn from that, and maybe people who haven't gone through it can like, you know, it'll settle their stomachs about it a little bit. Basically, the first stage of transition, of course, is coming out. And you can do this however you need to. You can tell a couple people, you can tell a whole bunch of people, you can tell one person while you're drunk in a hot tub. You know, whatever works for you. But basically, you come out, and then about 6 or 7 days later, this van pulls up at your house at night, and about 4 or 5 guys in hoods come out, and they, you know, wrap you up and put a hood on your head, and they throw you in the back of the van, and then you drive for like 3 or 4 days. I don't know. It's probably different based on where you live, but anyway, you end up, and you're kind of in the middle of like the desert. And this giant hole opens up in the ground. It's like, well, I mean, it's like a tube. There's just a big tube, and they put you in the tube, and they take you down, and they take you down to the transsexual laboratories in the center of the earth. And these are actually the ones, I don't know if you've heard Janice Raymond talk about it. That's in her book. It's the transsexual laboratories. They're in the center of the earth. I know it's a big secret, but I mean, I guess the secret's out. Yeah, so they take you to these laboratories, and then they give you some juice and a cookie, because, you know, you haven't had anything in a couple days. You've been in the back of a van. And then they take you into this special room, and this room has, like, televisions on the wall. Like, it's almost like an Omnimax, except it's like, you know, here's a TV, and here's a TV, and here's a TV, and it's all over. And in the center of the room, there's this giant gyroscope. And so they hook you up in the gyroscope. They put some, like, earplugs, earphones over your... And they put like one tube in your left arm, one tube in your right arm, and then you're pretty much set to go. Like, you're just strapped in. So the gyroscope starts spinning, and the televisions start coming on, and they're playing like all kinds of weird things on them. Like there'll be like a pink high heel over here, and somebody put it on lipstick over here, and a giant like centipede squirming around on another one. And, you know, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on because you're going in the gyroscope so fast. And then they start playing weird music. I don't remember what it was, because, I mean, it was probably mind warping. I think that's the whole point of it. It was probably just mind warping music. But so you got this mind warping music going. You're watching the televisions, and they start to pump this, like, pink like fluid, and it was in my left arm. I'm left-handed. I don't know if it makes a difference, but it starts coming in your left arm, and then this like blue crud starts coming out the other one through the other tube, and that goes on for about like 3 or 4 years. And I mean, it's bad, but you pass out like halfway, about 2 years into it. So, you know, and then, you know, you pass out, and you're, you know, and then you just kind of wake up in an alley somewhere, and you're just ready to go. You're ready to replace non-trans women as the, you know, biological paradigm for womanhood on this planet. So, I mean, that's just so exciting. I can't wait.